Sherdog.com here with Chael Sonnen. Final press conference before this, and know that this fight that you've tried to make several times is actually going to happen.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you this. I did breathe a sigh of relief when I saw Wanderlei when I very first got here. And, you know, I'm open to fighting anybody, but they had a plan B, and they had discussed Randy Couture. His name got thrown out there, and I can tell you in all the years I worked out with the son of a bitch, I never beat him once. So I didn't know what was going to go on. I didn't know if we were getting ready for Wanderlei or we're getting ready for somebody else. And I didn't lose a lot of sleep over it, but there was a little bit of a relief that he was here.
That plan B would have come to pass. How weird would that have been to be standing across from Randy?
That would have been terrible, actually. That would have been absolutely terrible. I wouldn't know how to build it up. I have no animosity. There would have been a little bit weird, but, you know, from back in the day when I started this, Randy calls the shots. So if Randy says we're fighting, then we're fighting. He doesn't really need my opinion on the matter. So I actually saw him last night. We worked out in the same room. His son Ryan's on the card, and as he left the room, I said, "Hey, Randy, are you fighting Saturday?" And he said, "Who?" And I said, "Anybody." And he said, "No." And he walked out. And I said, "Okay."
The verbal exchanges here at the press conference, Tito was a little bit more of a willing partner for you. Wanderlei didn't really want to give in. Is it difficult to be the sole guy out here trying to push that?
No. We don't need Wanderlei Silva. Nobody's coming out to see Wanderlei Silva. This is the face that runs the place right here. There's a reason I walk out second. There's a reason I'm on top of the bill, and it's my face on the poster. And you put a little micro picture of him. And that's just a reality of the situation. Look, I think Wanderlei can do his part, but I don't need Wanderlei. The ticket's sold, and people haven't known until he came here today if he was even coming. They're here to see Chael Sonnen.
Wild striker, still a jiu-jitsu black belt. Obviously, your wrestling is a huge advantage for you. How do you, when you picture this fight, how do you see it playing out when it actually happens on Saturday night?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be tough. Wanderlei Silva's a tough guy, and he's never been submitted, and, you know, he's got some of these different stats around him, but I don't give a whole lot of thought to that. I don't mind a hard fight. You know, I have some big regrets in my career in a couple of matches. I largely have positive memories, but I have had some matches where, you know, they come to a conclusion, you just go, man, I just didn't bring my skills. Whatever happened, you know, you can call it freezing up. I don't know if that's the right term, but it's one that maybe people can relate to. And, you know, nobody's above that. There's no athlete, no matter how long you've done it, that's above that. You got to go through the right process and the right preparation. You have to perform at the time it is to perform. So I don't think a lot about Wanderlei Silva or anybody else. I personally don't like him. I've never really been part of a competition in my fight career where I didn't like the guy aside from Anderson Silva. I fought 49 men, and I've only got that experience once, and I like it. It adds to it. So it adds something to me for its Wanderlei, but whoever's standing across from me, man, I'll fight them all.
Do you feel like the fact that you've gotten in his head is going to make him more aggressive? Is that going to open him up to be taken down more?
Yeah, I don't know about any of those things. You know, I hear people say that, you know, you're in somebody's head and you got to keep your emotions calm. And I've never known if that's true or not, but I really don't care. Again, I didn't know for sure it was going to be Wanderlei until I got to New York and actually saw Wanderlei. Even Couture was talking about, well, we got a plan B. Let's see what happens here. So I was open for anything, and I don't need warning or preparation or a training camp. I don't need any of that stuff. I'm a wrestler, man. We take on all comers at any time, 4 and 5 guys a day. Big guys line up and little guys stack up.
Prior to the Tito Ortiz fight, you talked about going on your Legends ass-kicking tour. Things didn't go your way earlier this year. If things do go your way Saturday night, is that plan still on?
Oh, yeah, no, the tour continued. You can say it didn't go my way. I mean, Tito won fair and square. The rules are the rules, but the reality is he also tapped out in less than a minute. So I got rid of Tito in less than a minute. I'll dispose of Wanderlei in less than a round. And, yes, the tour will continue.